Hi guys, and welcome back to another short World of Tanks tutorial. In the last tutorial, which was about battle modes, I announced that this one would be about crew training and crew skills and so on. But I changed my mind and I'm going to talk about the after battle report window today, and then we'll be talking about crew skills and so on in the next tutorial. So before we get stuck in, I've just got a few things to announce. The first one being that at last I've got 100 subscribers. So yeah, thanks a lot to you guys. You've been real awesome, and I hope you enjoy my videos and you'll keep on enjoying them. And yeah, just thanks a lot. Then secondly, at last I've got the Leopard Prototype 8 Tier 9 German medium tank. And I'll be coming up with some gameplays and reviews of this tank soon, but as you can see, it's still stock, so there's not all that much happening yet. And then I've got the ACMLE 48 now too, the Tier 8 French tank destroyer, so that's good news. And it's the same with the Leopard Prototype 8, this one's still stock too, but soon I'll have some great games in this tank, probably because it looks very nice, and yeah, I'm looking forward to those, and I hope you are too. So now that we've discussed all that, we'll talk about the thing that we're actually here to talk about, which is the after battle report. And the thing is, after you've had a battle and you come back into your garage, this window here will open, and you'll see a detailed report about what you achieved in the battle. And now, after a few seconds, if you don't click anywhere in this window, after a few seconds it will disappear again. But what you can do is you can click down here, and then you can scroll up all the way to see all the battles you had since you logged in. And then you can select the battle that you want to have a look at, say this Super Pershing battle down here, and it says details, and you can already see some stuff, like you can see when it took place, where it took place, what tank you had, and how much experience and credits you earned. And then you can see how much money you had to spend on repairs and filling up your ammunition. So however, if that isn't enough for you and you want to have a more detailed look at what you achieved, you click onto details, and yeah, then this window will pop up again. But you can just click in the window if you wanted to stay after it opens in the battle too. So anyway, this window is has got there are three different windows. First of all, there's the personal score, then there's the team score, and then the detailed report. And you can also look at the detailed report by clicking this link here. It's just the same as this. So yeah, we'll discuss the personal score window first. And right at the top it says if it was a victory, a defeat, or a draw, and then it says in this battle, say how I achieved or how my team achieved the victory, or then how you lost. So we won by destroying all enemy vehicles. But say if we had won by capturing the base, it would said enemy base captured. So you can see that there, and then right beneath it says how much credits and experience you earned. So I got 75,000 credits and 3,000 experience. And then you can see here when the battle took place, and you can again see here how much credits and experience you earned, but then you can compare that with how much credits and experience you earned if it had been a normal battle. So I mean, if you hadn't had a premium account. So if you haven't got a premium account, this will be illuminated and this won't, and the other way around if you've got one. So that's pretty handy, I think, because you can compare, you know, is it worthwhile to get a premium account or not. And as I've got a premium account, I've got quite a lot of credits and experience out of this battle. And then it also tells me that was my first victory of the day, so I get a ×2 factor for this first victory. And then here it tells me my battle efficiency. Now what it says here basically is how much damage I did to tanks, how many tanks I spotted, and so on. So first of all, here you can see all these tanks, that I had all these enemy tanks that I had any effect on in the game, and you can see all of them died because they're kind of red. And then there are these 5 different symbols here. The first one being these kind of binoculars, which mean that I've spotted the enemy. You get a mouse over to. Then what this means here is that I helped one of my teammates to kill this tank. So it says assistance in destroying, and that means that if I say spotted an enemy and which my teammate who killed him or did damage to him couldn't have seen otherwise, and I kind of lit him up for him, then I get 50% of HP, not for HP, of XP and credits that he got for that kill or damage. So it works the same with tracking enemies too. So you can see here one of my allies has been able to inflict nearly 200 damage upon my spotting, and however I didn't track the IS-8, so nobody did any tracking damage. And it's the same down here with the T-34. Yeah, somebody did 300 HP damage upon my spotting, so that's good news. And you also get rewarded with XP and credits for these things, for spotting damage and tracking damage. It's the same with spotting with just spotting enemies as well. You get credits and XP for that. Then furthermore, we've got the crit panel, so that tells you if you've done critical damage or damage to modules in this tank. So it says that I tracked him, but the track's only orange, so that means I didn't knock the track out. I just damaged it with the IS-8. Then with the T-30, I damaged his fuel tank and the track. Then with the KV-5, I killed his commander and his radio operator. So I did quite a lot of critical damage in that game. And then next we come to the normal HP damage, which is represented by this symbol here. And if you mouse over, well, first of all, in the bottom right corner of the symbol, it tells you how many hits or how many times you hit this enemy. And if it doesn't say a number, that means you only hit him once. And this symbol's also shown if you've only hit the enemy but you didn't penetrate his armor. But then if you mouse over, you don't get any HP. Like, it doesn't show any damage in HP. So in the I did 250 damage about to the IS-8, and then in 3 hits I did 515 damage to the T-30. So, and then in the bottom you can see how many hits actually penetrated. So all my 3 hits penetrated. Then the KV-5 I did 540 damage, and the ISU I did 265 damage to him. So the last symbol we've got is this this kind of red, this tank which is outlined red, and that means that I've destroyed this tank. So I destroyed the T-30, and I also destroyed the T-34. So I got 2 kills in that game. And then next we can look at the team score. And in the team score, you can basically see your team and the enemy team. You can see which tanks survived and which tanks died, because the dead tanks the tanks that didn't survive the battle are got a red background. And then you can see the player name, the tank model they were driving, and then you can see how much damage they inflicted. So I did just short of 2,000 damage in that game. And then you can see how many kills they scored. The AMX 5120 being the best of our team. I got 2 kills. Then the really important thing is that you can see how much experience points they got. And that's kind of what tells you how good you were in this battle compared to your teammates. And as you can see, I was the best in this battle. I got 116 experience. The next best being the FCM50. No, it's actually the WZ131 with 959. So I did very well in this battle. And then it's the same with the other team. You can see all the stuff that you can see for your team. But the thing is, obviously, because they lost the battle, they got a lot less experience points than we did. And then finally, you can see here in the last column, you can see which battle achievements and medals your allies and enemies got. So it gives you a mouse over. The FCM50T got a Confederate, the same as the KV5. Oh no, actually the KV5 got a sniper. So yeah, that's nice to know as well. And last thing we've got to look at is the detailed report. And the detailed report is very, very nice too, I think, because it really shows you how well you did in this battle in a very, very detailed way. So I fired 20 shots. I had 15 direct hits. I did 0 splash damage. For those of you who don't know what splash damage is, say if you're firing with HE shells and you don't directly hit your enemy, but you hit the ground, for example, just right next to it, and all the same you inflict a bit of damage on by the explosion on your enemy, then that is splash damage. But I wasn't firing with HE shells, so I didn't get any splash damage. From my 15 direct hits, only 9 penetrated. Well, that's just like kind of life with a super Pershing, because it's only got 100. Let's see, yeah, 100. It's got 170 average penetration. So that's that's just the way it. But that's just, you just have to put up with that kind of stuff. Then I did just short of 2,000 damage. I received 13 hits, 5 of them penetrated. One of those did splash damage to me, and 8 of these 13 hits didn't penetrate my armor. Then I received 5,750 potential damage. That's quite a lot, but obviously because the armor on this tank is really good, most of them ricocheted. Then I spotted 2 enemies. I damaged 5, killed 2. 511 damage was inflicted upon my spotting, and I traveled 0.87 kilometers an hour. Not kilometers an hour, but 0.87 kilometers in that game, so that's not all that far. Then you can also see how many base capture and base defense points you got, and as I didn't capture or defend a base in this game, I didn't get any, but you can also see that. I think that's very, very nice to see as well. Then it also tells you when the battle started, and how long it took, and after which time you died, if you died. Then it again tells you where all your money comes from. So first it tells you how much money you got in the battle. Then it tells you, say, if you had to pay a fine for damaging your allies, then it tells you how much it was. It tells you how much money your allies had to pay as a fine to you, because they damaged you. It tells you how much money it costs to repair your vehicle. So that cost me 8,783. Then it also tells you how much money it costs to resupply the ammunition, which was solid 5,000. And yeah, then it tells you how much was left to you, how much you actually got out of that battle in total, which is 61,000, so that's very nice. Then it also tells you just the same stuff for the experience, and yeah, so that just gives you a very, very good, that just gives you a very, very detailed idea of how well you did in that battle, and you know, just tells you what you could do better and so on, and whatever. One thing I've just forgotten to tell you before we before we stop or before we end this video, is that if you got any medals or so on in this battle, it will also tell you here beside your credits and XP. So there'll be the kind of the medal shown here, and you'll get to mouse over. So that's nice too. And as I said, I really think this this after battle screen is very, very nice. For those of you who don't know the old days anymore, there used to be a kind of a pretty unsatisfying after battle report that you got while you were in the game still. Like, just when the battle ended, it didn't leave the game window, it just stayed in the game window, and it stayed in the battlefield and showed you how well you did in the battle, but was no way as detailed as this one here is. And I think it's very, very nice that they changed that, and it really helps a lot. So I'd always recommend you to have a quick look at how well you did in that battle, just because it shows you where you stand and what you can do better and so on. It's really, really useful, so I can definitely recommend that. And that was all for the time being. Don't forget, next tutorial will be about crew skills and crew experience and so on, so that's very interesting, so watch out for that. And again, thanks a lot for you guys that gave me 100 subscriptions. I'm very, very thankful, and I hope I'll see you next time. Bye bye.